question for Sparkle Motion. I feel silly me calling you out with your name.
Okay, all right. My name is Renitris Pierre.
That's an excellent name.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you honestly think that we could tell when you were freestyling? Because I couldn't. It was very like, this seems strangely tailored to the situation.
You know, I try to get out of any situation that I bumble with grace. So,
well, you did an excellent
thank
job.
you. Thank you very much.
I think Vladimir has a question, very enthusiastic.
Vladimir is my son, and I think he's going to ask me when are we going to eat.
This is honest.
Why does Tigger play with food? Why is Tigger so smelly?
Why is what?
Why is Tigger so smelly?
Vladimir, no. No, sit down. Shh, seriously.
Anyone with a non-Tigger question? I would like to ask Aaron a question. It seemed like in the middle of your reading, it seemed like you had poems and then part of it was more an essay. Just curious about the genesis of that essay, what it looked like it was published, what it was published in, how it came about.
Yes. I mostly read poems and I inserted an essay in the middle of the reading. I guess that's just because I think those poems are more effective, or I think I've discovered that those poems are stronger if I don't do anything to frame them. But yeah, I mean, which creates some confusion if I read something with them that isn't. That essay was commissioned for an anthology that I don't think anyone saw called Poets on Teaching. It was conceived and edited by Joshua Marie Wilkinson. So yeah, I mean it's an essay. It's my idea is about teaching poetry. I don't know. I like that essay. So recently, a couple of times, I've given readings and I read that essay just because I like it and I don't think anyone saw it.
So now, how many of these questions do you think are people just making up something to ask because it's better to ask?
All of them.
David.
I think you said something like it's the continuation of the form of question and answer that matters. The form is what matters, so I don't... I'll let him answer the question.
Any other questions?
I have a question for the gentleman I can't see.
Good looking fellow.
There was, as I was listening to what you were talking about, I just was getting a lot of just sense of agriculture. And I realize you're in the central part of the state, but do you have any, did you grow up on a farm, or do you have some connection to agriculture?
Well, I don't consider that agriculture.
Okay.
But I know what you... So no, it was moving to that particular landscape and that method of business and the kind of ecological devastation that is associated with that and hidden in a sense by it, the amount of stuff put on the fields. The 75% of Illinois was at one time wetlands, and it's been drained, and it's got I think next to Iowa, the least number of acres of public commons in North America. It's a profoundly depressing state to live in. Yeah, so it's that. It's not that I grew, but although both sides of my family are farmers, but they one side lost the farm in the 80s. Well, they stopped farming it, and then it just became, and then the sons of the farmers sold it. So yeah, but the other side's still farming it. And that's in Minnesota, where agriculture is actually a little bit closer to agriculture.
Well, it's very appropriate for Earth Day, so thank you.
Is it Earth Day? Is it Earth Day?
It's tomorrow. It's Earth Day.
How fortunate is this?
That's
Quick, I don't know if it's really appropriate.
all three of you, if you could be any kind of superhero, what
Crazy question.
Oh, man. Oh, any kind of superhero. I'm trying to like funnel through the DC universe in my head of the one I like the most. I think that it would have to be, oh man, why? Just for now, I want to say Martian Manhunter.
I like we're about to say that.
If you don't sit down, I'm about to turn into a mother in a second and leave you behind. But I want to say Martian Manhunter because, you know, he can go into people's minds. He shapeshifts. And he's an alien. I've always felt like an alien because of the times, because of the people I was around, whatever. But he has a heart. He's not as hard as a lot of the other superheroes in comic books. He still has some sympathy and empathy about himself. So.
I'm really not an expert on superheroes, so I don't have an answer, but I'm going to give an answer from a book, a strange work of sociology from, I think, 1954 by David Racine called The Lonely Crowd. This is a book about, it's mostly about what Racine diagnoses as the social pressure to conform, for which he blames advertisements. And a lot of the book involves interviews with very small children. And one of the questions that Racine asks the children is actually, what superhero would you like to be? And he's very interested in an answer that this little girl gives. I mean, like she considers it, she thinks, well, her favorite superhero is Superman. But Superman is so unique and distinctive. Like if she were Superman, then like she would really stand out more than she would be comfortable with. So she chooses Batman, just because she thinks it would be easier to get along with her friends if she were Batman. But Racine's point is that she should have chosen Superman.
Batman is way cooler.
Okay.
No pressure.
No superheroes. I would like, maybe if there were a superhero that weren't a humanoid, maybe I would like maybe a chicken superhero. 60 billion animals are killed every year to be eaten, and I think it's close to 50 billion or more of those are chickens, and they live terrible lives. Their lives are stolen from them. Maybe a cow, a pig. So anyway, I think that maybe we should have superheroes who actually help alleviate the material suffering of our fellow beings, which you kind of overlook or blind to. So for what it's worth, in an active way.
Remarkable questions for a wild little question. If no one is dying to ask the last one to cap the night, I want to thank all you guys for coming out tonight a whole lot. Please, one more time, let's thank